Well, if you get fired, we can make the show go to twice a week.
We'll ramp up production. That should help. That should really help drive the viewers, right?
It's probably the problem with the show. There's not enough episodes.
There's not enough, and the episodes are too short.
Gotta go longer.
Those are the two complaints we get constantly.
Keep getting that one. Why are you so short?
If it's not longer than the movie, it's not worth listening to. That's the general rule of podcasts.
I'm already bored with our podcast.
Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! It's like watching, yeah!
Welcome to Hate Watching with Dan and Tony. I am Dan!
I am Tony!
On this show, we watch a movie. Usually we watch the movie that we not spoil, but
usually we say what movie we're going to watch and then we do it unless Dan comes up with a new plan midweek.
Sometimes you got to call an audible.
We got people here thinking we're going to talk about Babylon AD and they're going to be like, why are they talking about Adam Sandler today? I'm so confused.
Shannon was like, what movie were you going to do? And I was like, I have no idea.
I have no recollection at this point. I'm sorry.
I have to say before we get into it, I do keep on running across movies, and I'm like, I think I watched that. I think I watched it for the show. I'm pretty sure.
I have a list of all the movies, and I check it constantly because I'm like, we've definitely done this movie, right? And sometimes we haven't.
Sometimes we have. This week, called an audible for something brand new because it's always best to do things that are brand new.
Topical. People love that.
The number one movie on Netflix at the moment continues to be number one. It's Adam Sandler is back with Happy Gilmore 2, 2025 hour and 57 minutes. Everyone that I read about this movie was very happy that it was an hour and 57 minutes long.
Oh, really?
No, none of them were. They hated.
Okay, I was like, that seems
angry.
Weird.
They were like, "Why is this an hour and 57 minutes long? This should be an hour and a half. What is happening to the world?"
Well, I mean, to be fair, it probably was 15 minutes short if you cut out all the footage from the first one. So, script-wise, it was probably right on the money. And then in editing, they were just like, "We should probably add some stuff so people know what's going on, right? Don't you think?" Idiots.
Have we ever seen this in a movie before?
I don't think this has ever been done in a movie in the history of movies, which I guess is something you can say, a thumbs up to them trying something new.
At least to the extent. I'm sure.
To this egregious nature, we've never seen anything like this. Yes, I agree.
So basically the setup is, this is based on a movie from how many years ago? 20 years ago? 25 years ago?
It's got to be more than that because it's 90s, 96, right? 96, yeah.
Oh, 96.
So 29?
29 years ago.
Almost 30 years. A
lot of the people, and Adam Sandler much, much younger then, so a lot of people from that movie have died.
Yes.
And so what they'll do is I don't know if it's the real people's children. It might be the real people's children in some cases. They bring them in to do
doubt it.
Similar bits to bits that happened in the first movie, but to make sure we understand what we're referencing, we show kind of truncated clips of the movie from the original Happy Gilmore movie to sort of go like, you see, this is what we're talking about.
And that is a mistake.
That's a mistake. I don't know.
That was a bad choice. And let me tell you why. Because in general, you're just telling your audience that you think they're so dumb that they won't get a joke if they don't know the original joke, which, by the way, that just means it's not a good joke, right? Like, we can all agree, if I need to know the original joke, that means this joke isn't good. And I will argue that I think the jokes are good. I do like this. So first, hold on. I got a lot to say about this. For me, I love this movie. This movie is an 8 out of 10 for me. My only complaint about this movie is the flashbacks. And I think it is a travesty. It's a tragedy.
Wow. I can't wait to dig into this 8.5 off of this movie.
I know. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about it because I have read so many things where I'm like, that's a bad take. That's a bad take. You're an idiot. So I'm going to do a lot of name calling, especially to a guy named Shane Vassar. a writer at Collider who has the worst period take period ever period, should be fired and never printed again. Anyhow, but it just assumes that your audience is too dumb to understand your joke that you have to like force feed them the original. And that's a weird choice. That'll never be a good idea.
Well, as someone who's not seen Happy Gilmore 1.
Time out. I'm sorry. You've never seen Happy Gilmore?
Why would I have seen Happy Gilmore?
Because Happy Gilmore is a genuinely good movie. This, in my opinion, this is a good sequel.
No, you said it was an 8.5. You still call this an 8.5?
100%. Because nostalgia plays a part in the sequel, right?
No,
but the original Happy Gilmore is a 10 out of 10 film. It's a perfect comedy film. You should watch it. You should watch it now that you've seen the second one.
Why?
But I am very curious because it's really good, Dan. It's really, really good. If you have ever liked Adam Sandler, that is peak Sandler.
I liked him in the 50 First Dates. I think that's the only one.
50 First Dates, great movie.
I think that's
very
the only
different
one of his movies I've seen.
So do you not enjoy him when we're getting off topic, but when he does his like man boy shtick, you're not as into that?
I saw The Water Boy.
Ugh, I hate The Water Boy. I hate that movie. We should do that for this podcast. I hate that movie. Everyone's wrong about that movie.
Seemed like Hubie Halloween, which we did a few years ago. Same character. Same character. He's kind of playing this man boy. This character, there was no character. He didn't play a character. There's no character. No character.
Wrong. You are wrong.
Total zero.
You are dead wrong on that. But that's okay. That's okay. But I'm very interested. This excites me that you've never seen the original because I am curious on how you felt about the flashbacks then.
Well, they didn't make. I mean, I won't say they didn't make any sense. They didn't make the jokes funny.
They don't enhance it, right? Even if you've never seen it, it doesn't enhance it. So I don't understand who it's for.
Well, because the jokes. The jokes. Those are for me, someone who hasn't seen it. And
are they?
No, I mean, that's what they were thinking. And they were thinking, these jokes, we have to let people know because the jokes just, if you don't have some nostalgia for it, that's what it was. I'm sure they showed it to someone who has no nostalgia for this movie, which is me. And I was just like, well, these jokes aren't funny because they're callbacks to a movie that was made 29 years ago. That's stupid.
Tough.
Why are you why don't you just make jokes?
They do. I think that they do a good balance of both. And that's why, but this is from someone who loves the original, right? Is that you have half the movie is just fan service, like unabashed, no apologies fan service. And then the other half is all golf jokes. And that's a great balance for me. That's a lovely little balance.
The stuff with the real golfers was the strongest stuff in the movie by a long,
which is
great.
Scotty Scheffler,
he was funny. He was
John
funny.
Daly. I hate John Daly as a person. He is so funny in this movie.
He had the only joke that I laughed at in the whole movie.
Which one was it, Dan?
I'll tell you when I get to it. John Daly
was funny. You only
laughed
once in this movie?
Oh, God, yes. No, this
movie.
My
God. I was rolling on the floor, watched it twice this week.
Humorless. I consider this movie humorless.
I'm so excited to talk about this.
Shooter was the only character I think I liked of the characters. Shooter, you were just like, okay.
He's so wonderful.
You were like, oh, man, if they'd have written him a good movie, this could have been really interesting.
Oh, he's great.
And just everything is thrown away. Everything is thrown away. We establish a character, then we just throw him away. Then we bring in a new character. We bring in
there's a good chance that character or a semblance of that character has already been established 30 years ago. And so in your mind, it's been thrown away. But in our minds, of people that have already seen it, it's like, miss you, buddy. R.I.P.
No, but I mean, we'll have something that we've set up in this movie, and then we'll just never see them again. The blonde kid that was his caddy or something that he choked. At a certain point, we're just like, he's not in the movie.
Well, he is in the movie for a little bit.
Yeah, he's in the movie for a little bit. If you're going to put somebody in for one joke, put them in for the one joke and then have them leave, but don't put them in.
But you're missing the joke. Is that so that kid not the guy that's in the movie. The guy in the movie, Will Zalatoris, real golfer, who apparently has agreed to pretend to be the kid from the first one who was the caddy. And it's a hilarious, just like little nod to the first one, but also Will Zalatoris down for some shit. Love it. I have not forgiven you for choking me out, you son of a bitch. Great stuff.
Wait, so you're saying that the person that was in the first movie became a golfer, but then isn't in this movie?
No. So the kid from the first one, we don't know who he is. He's not a real actor. I mean, that's probably really rude. They're pretending that Will Zalatoris, current golfer, real life golfer, was the kid that from the first one. So the bit
that guy was a real golfer?
He's a real golfer. He's Will Zalatoris. He's a great golfer, like really big on the PGA Tour.
See, Tony, hold on a second.
Yes.
You're the person who watched the movie, the Avengers movie, where Spider-Man turns to dust. And then you said, I couldn't get emotional about this because I know he has a contract and he's going to come back.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Wait, but you also like that you have to recognize a person being a real golfer to think that the joke is a good joke. That's how is a person that's stupid?
This is actually really interesting. So I took one of my teachers, Hal Rudnick, who is part of Screen Junkies now. I think he was then too, actually. Anyhow, I did a sketch class with him, and we came to blows.
Yeah.
That's not true. I'm being dramatic.
Let me guess what it's about. Him being right and you being wrong. Okay, got it.
100%. Well, 80%. So I wrote, we were in sketch class and we were writing a parody. That was the sketch. It was a parody sketch. And I wrote a very, very specific Arrow from the CW parody. And like 2 people in the class got it and thought it was really funny. And the rest were like, oh, we don't know. We don't understand any of these jokes. And he was like, listen, guy, you have to write a parody that everyone can access. That's what makes a good joke. Right, exactly. And I was like, Hal, while I understand that, if I'm specifically writing for a group of people, then I can do whatever the fuck I want, is basically the conversation we had. And he was like, you're never going to work in this town if you take that attitude. And he was dead right. I'm not working in the town. However, it comes back to this moment where the majority of these jokes are written for a very specific subset of people who are golf fans currently and then, but also love the first movie. And like, I understand that is probably not the right way to do it, but I feel like, the people that get it really enjoy it,
Well, the thing I've noticed is I read lots of reviews of this movie, and most of the ones that are positive for this movie are bots, and most of the ones that are negative for this movie are people that enjoyed the first movie.
Yeah, because you have to have enjoyed the first movie because this movie doesn't stand on its own.
You don't hear what I just said. I said most of the people that didn't like this movie liked the first movie, and the people that liked the movie were bots.
And here's what I will tell you about the reason why it's okay that they don't like it, but the reason why they're wrong is because they've grown up. Because they've grown up. So I also read a bunch of the reviews and they're like, this movie's dumb and it's not as good as the original. It's like, it's not as good as the original, of course, but it's the exact same humor as the original. And the thing that's changed is you're looking at it in a 2025 lens, not you, Dan, but the people that are saying that are looking at it in a lens in 2025. This movie was not written for 2025.
So wait a second. So what you're saying is the only people that are going to enjoy this movie are people that still are 13 years old in their mind and also have a wide array of knowledge and care about current golfing.
Correct. And you know why? Because that's Adam Sandler.
Yeah. No, he wrote this. He made this movie for you and him and no one else.
Exactly.
So
correct.
So this poor, whoever it is, this reviewer at Collider that you think should be fired is actually, and this goes back to the whole Rudnick point, is you only care about a movie like this because it's made for you.
Correct.
As opposed to a smart reviewer who's going to say this movie is trash.
Incorrect. So the reason why here's why I'm going to call him out. He calls it lazy.
It is lazy.
He says that it is not lazy, and that's
so lazy.
That's what everybody gets wrong.
So lazy.
It's not, but here's why. Because listen, everyone, you're saying it's lazy because it relies on the first one.
Nope.
But
nope.
No.
That's
I'm
not why.
saying you.
That's not why it's lazy.
I'm talking about Shane Vassar.
Yeah.
Who calls it lazy because it relies on the first one and recycles bits from the first one. This movie is painstakingly thought over to be not just a recreation of the first one and everything we loved of the first one, but also to be like, hey, we know this movie isn't Happy Gilmore, but we are going to share in all of our love together. It's a love letter to the first movie written by the same people that wrote the first movie. Is that weird? Is that masturbatory? Sure. But it's not lazy. Like it is frame by frame. This movie has thought about its predecessor and what it means to fans. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, but I see. I think that goes back to the whole thing with what happened to Batman, right? Batman was this thing. Everybody grew up with Batman, right? You have Batman, you have the 60s TV show, blah 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 blah, and then you get to the stupid, descending into the pit, all that Christopher Nolan shit. I hated that stuff because it was stupid. It didn't make any sense. But all yous loved it because it's like where I am now in my life, man. Batman's got to be real to me. And that's fine. I'm fine with Batman being real. My problem is Batman is stupid, and those movies are stupid because they're stupid. I'm Bane. I'm gonna drive the missiles around. I'm gonna trick all the police into going into the sewer. I'm gonna lock the sewer door. Like, what is this? This is stupid.
Be very painful for you.
Yeah. So,
but Heath Ledger, legend.
Hold on. He was great. He was the best part of that. He was the one good thing that came out of all those stupid movies. And,
amen to that.
And what's her name dressed as Catwoman? Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Anne Hathaway. That's right. In the third one, I haven't seen Dark Knight Falls in a long time. Yeah, you're right about that.
She was very
right about that, my friend.
She may not have been a great Catwoman, but she was very attractive as Catwoman.
Are you gonna tell me Halle Berry was a good Catwoman? Jeez Louise. We did that movie, right?
Yeah, we did that movie. Kevin Spacey was the bad guy, I think, right? Wasn't Kevin Spacey the bad guy?
Is that right? I
think he was the bad guy.
I don't remember.
I think that might have been the only Kevin Spacey movie we did. I think it was that one. Oh. Okay, so what you're saying is if you have retained your 13-year-old comedy sense and never grown up with how you look at comedy, even though you can't deal with a poop or a fart joke, figure that out.
It's not I can't deal with it. I just don't find them very funny. Okay,
this is what I said to I showed my wife. I was talking to her about Adam Sandler's wife, and what was going on with her face. And I showed it to her, and I could play you the tape of what she said. She dealt with it. I thought it was the terrible blue eyeshadow was the problem. She was like, no, it was her entire face and whatever plastic surgeries she's had. She was not happy with those plastic surgeries. And then I said, so then, okay, that was funny. She did her bit. Her bit was very, very funny. We get her to do it. She'd come in here. She'd be very funny about it. So, I was like, I had a flash, and I was like, you know what? There was no profanity in this movie.
Correct.
And she's like, yeah, there was. Adam Sandler's wife's face. That's what she said. That was her joke. So there you go.
See, that's pretty funny.
I rest my case.
Mean, but funny.
What we're going to do is when we get to it, we're going to talk about a scene that could have been, in my opinion, a great scene. And you know what? You know what the scene was? It was lazy.
No.
Lazy and stupid.
Okay. I can't wait to talk about it.
Lazy and they didn't go anywhere. It's the scene in the graveyard where Shooter and Happy Gilmore make up.
Oh, God. I love that scene. Oh,
hey,
it's
you know
perfect.
What, Tony? You would have loved that scene even more if it was good.
It is good. Are you kidding me? Great stuff. So many callbacks, Dan.
Oh, what? There we go again. So many callbacks.
The attention to detail to the original is astounding.
But that's not a movie.
I'm not arguing that.
You can't. Okay, so it's a bad movie. Got it. Ugh.
I said the movie doesn't stand on its own. It's a great sequel. I think those are two different things.
But that's the thing. You can watch Aliens and not have seen Alien. It's a fucking great movie.
Sure, you just picked one of the greatest sequels of all time. Next, you're going to pick Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Oh, okay, yeah, great. They're both great movies.
It's all basically
this isn't made to be a great movie. It's made to be a love letter to Happy Gilmore. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's out on Netflix, guys. See, we're taking it way too seriously.
What do you mean we're taking it way too? We're taking movie. Wow, on our podcast where we talk about movies for 2 hours. We're taking movies too seriously.
We're going to talk a long time today, too.
I mean, Adam Sandler's lazy, right? What you're saying is he made a movie that has callbacks to this other movie, and I guess you're right. That is who Adam Sandler has become. He's like, it's enough.
Oh, 100%. All he wants to do, right? I know this is me speaking. This is not Adam speaking, right? He just wants to have fun with his friends. That's always been his thing, right? So Naomi and I were actually talking last night or this morning, one of the two. And she was like, it's interesting that everybody is in an Adam Sandler movie. All of his friends do bit parts.
Where was David Spade?
I don't know if they're still friends, man. David Spade's doing his own podcast now, you know?
Yeah, David Spade's funny. David Spade is funny.
David Spade's very funny. He's very funny. And they just did a movie together not so long ago, right? One of the Netflix ones was him and Spade.
Okay. Well, we should watch that.
Something about a high school reunion or something. I don't know. Anyhow, but what's interesting is that he doesn't do anyone else's films. He doesn't like do bit parts in other films. Everyone does bit parts in his films. And it's because like he just doesn't, I don't think he gives a shit, right? Like he's like, yeah, give me money and I'll do something that's fun and we can hang out and play golf for a few weeks. And then I'm going to move on with my life, you know? That's who he is, right? Like he's not trying to, and then he makes Uncut Gems, right? So he's got two sides, right? He's got two sides to him.
Well, that's the whole thing is like when he's doing his work, he doesn't care that much. He cares an amount. He does
care. No, he cares so much in this movie, and this is what I'm telling you is that. To think that he doesn't care is ridiculous because every single frame of this movie is thought over and thought about the first movie. It is painstaking detail.
Okay.
Like you want to see a bad legacy sequel? We're going to do it next time. I already picked it out. We're going to do it. Not a legacy sequel. Sorry, bad comedy sequel. That's what I meant to say. This is a legacy sequel. 30 years later.
We start rock and roll music. My name is Happy Gilmore. I wrote some other words there. I can't read them. Oh, I wanted to be a hockey player, but he wasn't good at being a hockey player. And so instead he became a golfer. Okay.
Essentially. Yeah, that's the story of the first movie. Yeah.
He wins the 98 U.S. Open by a bird shitting onto the ball, and then it goes into the hole. Okay. He has 5 kids. 4 of them are hockey boys who are violent like video games, and one of them's a girl. And she wants to be a ballet dancer. Did you find these hockey kids funny?
Not particularly, but I found it funny that the oldest one was jacked as shit. Why is one of Adam Sandler's sons super jacked? Doesn't make any sense to me. Was that some sort of wish fulfillment there?
And none of them look like they could be his kids.
None of them look even close to either of them. Like him and Julie Bowen, that they would not produce this offspring whatsoever.
Actually, you're right. You're right. The smaller blonde one could have come from Julie Bowen.
That's a good point.
That's good.
Barely in the movie, but yeah.
We had it all. He then kills his wife.
Yeah.
While golfing.
So good.
Then he becomes an alcoholic.
Oh, wait, you're not going to talk about it? Okay, we have to talk about it because this is like the most controversial thing out there right now.
Why?
Everyone's mad about. So spoilers, right? This is a big spoiler. If you haven't seen the movie, big spoiler. Julie Bowen dies. and everyone's upset. Everyone's mad. Everyone thinks it was a bad choice. It's a perfect choice. It's brilliant. So Dan won't understand this. This is a callback to the first movie as well, right? The opening credits is he's given his story in the first movie. Blah, blah, blah. My dad loves hockey. I love hockey. Him and his dad are at a hockey game. Wayward puck slap shot kills his dad at a hockey game, changes the trajectory of his entire life, and he dedicates his life to hockey until golf saves him. He also kills his instructor in the first movie, Chubbs. And there's a scene between him and Julie Bowen in the first movie where after this happens, he's talking to her. He's like, hey, everyone I love, everyone that gets close to me dies. You should run away. They foreshadowed her death 30 years ago by accident. It's unbelievable. And then they kill her the same way that his dad dies. And it's brilliant. It's a lovely little nod to the first movie, and also gives him the exact same trajectory as the first movie, where that changes the course of his life until golf saves him.
Oh, wow. So what you're saying is a lot of character points happen in his life, and he expects you to have seen this other movie and remembered all of these things and then put it all together. So really what they should do is they should make a 4-hour movie called The Happy Gilmore Chronicles, where we just watch these two movies.
They kind of did.
See, that's why
until yesterday, Happy Gilmore 1 was on Netflix, Dan, and now you missed it. For some reason, it left today. I don't know why it would leave today while this is still the #1 movie on Netflix. That's bad marketing.
No. I mean, Adam Sandler probably made him do that.
Oh, you think? Oh, so like they wouldn't watch the old one? They'd only watch the new one?
No. Oh, so they'd buy the first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
That's why he did it.
That's smart. You're right.
If I was a screenwriter and I was trying to like dig into this character, since I have this whole thing where I have no problem with cutting in scenes from old movies, spending lots of time having him talk about everything, nothing happening, right? Let me just talk about what's happening. Let's not have it happen. Let's just talk about it happening. So we don't have to tread any kind of emotions, no emotions. Push the emotions away from a movie, because emotions, what emotions do in a movie? They make you invest in the movie, because Adam Sandler doesn't want anyone investing in his movies. Heaven forbid that you
disagree. I cried.
I'm sure you did.
I cried in this movie.
You're like, I remember something that happened in the first movie. Now I'm getting emotional.
100%. Because again, this movie is a perfect love letter to the first movie.
And
they're a package deal. You can't watch the second one without the first one.
No one has said this in anything I've read. You're the only one, and now you're like
100%.
You're mounting the defense for it being a love letter.
I absolutely, because it is, and the people that don't think it is are either not remembering the first one, or they're too stupid. Because it is. Those are perfect parallels. And this is like the biggest argument people are upset about. I know you get it because you're not an idiot.
I understand.
These people, Dan, I think they're idiots.
No.
These people that are like, oh, I love Happy Gilmore 1. It's like, you don't have to love the sequel. That's okay. You don't have to enjoy it. But to pretend that it isn't the same movie as the first one is categorically false.
Well, what I will do is my counter argument will be, if someone real had written this movie, you could have then added stuff in there to make it not be a chore, or not having had to have seen that first movie for this to be a decent movie. Because as a standalone object, this is a bad movie.
I agree 100%. We agree on that 100%. I just disagree that it needs to be.
But you see, Tony, that's the thing, is that's why it's lazy. It's because it so easily could have encompassed this. He's doing all this thing. He could have said, my dad died from a hockey puck. My trainer died from a hockey puck. And then he says that I always knew anyone getting close to me would die, and now she was dead. And then he becomes an alcoholic.
Hilarious.
That was hilarious. You think it was hilarious that he was an alcoholic?
Only because of the way they do it, because it's Sandler, and they do it in a silly way. Like the secret booze in all of the objects, hilarious. By the way, golf ball would never work. That golf ball wouldn't fly. Great stuff. 10 out of 10. Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I mean, because you also have to remember that this character is, what's the word? He's like it's not a rage.
Oh, you're saying he has anger issues? He doesn't.
Yes, there you go.
He never has in this entire.
Not in this movie.
They say
in the
he
first
has.
movie,
They say he has, but they never play it.
In the first movie, he does, and she changes him. So then, when she dies, he gets another affliction, and then he has to overcome that affliction. It's all a journey.
He doesn't overcome it. Someone just tells him, "Stop doing that," and he's like, "Okay, stop."
Yeah, he's like, "Cool, that's my daughter." Because that's his real life daughter.
So he's got bills. They take his car. He gets sued. He loses. He's living in grandma's house. He lives with his daughter. He works in a grocery store. He's been a drunk for, well, I guess he's been a drunk for like 30 years. Guess that doesn't take any toll on his life.
It's been a while.
He meets up with this weird guy, Frank Manatee, who is starting the Maxi Golf League, which is a different golf league.
Who is this?
I don't know.
He's not very good.
No,
right?
He's in this.
Am I crazy?
He's in this movie. Yeah.
Okay, but here's the way I look at it.
Horrible.
Right? Like,
I think he's.
When you
I thought
put
he was
him,
the director.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I read somewhere that the director, the guy, I don't know. He might be the director.
Well, the director from the first one plays the golf tour director in the movie. So he's in it, from the guy from the first one. I don't know. I thought this guy was terrible.
Yeah,
I don't understand how he is the main villain. Like, I was like, he has to be somebody, but I guess we don't know. He was my least favorite part of the movie, and he's in it a bunch.
He's probably like a friend of Adam's or something stupid.
I guess. I don't know. Who isn't?
So he's starting a new golf league. And so Adam's like, I'm not doing that. Turn off the cameras. I throw you in the lobster tank. Okay, whatever.
That wasn't funny. And also, that's his rage problem, Dan. You said he didn't have rage. That's his rage. Let me explain it to you again here. So he is not allowed to beat people up. So he's turning off the security cameras. He makes that call, and she does it immediately, which means this is not the first time that he's done this. This is not the last time that he's going to do it. He's got a rage problem. Continue.
Yeah, great. His daughter, who has some name starts with a V, she wants...
All of his ladies have V names. This is actually something Screen Junkies came... We watched the whatever they call the trailers.
Yeah.
The trailer show for the original, and every leading lady he's had has a V name. I don't know what it means, but it's weird. And she has a V name as well.
She's a ballet dancer. Adam Sandler's real life wife is her dance teacher. Luckily, she's only in about 2 scenes. Thankfully, we have to look at her face a little bit. And we set up that she needs to go to Paris to go to school. It's $75,000 a year, which is $300,000, which somehow you have to pay all at once in the lump sum.
That was confusing, right?
Explain that.
Doesn't
to me.
make a lot of sense. I don't know. I've never been to Paris. Wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Don't think it's a Paris thing. I think it's about school.
I think it's a French thing. You know, they pay up front, and then you get to do it for 4 years. I have no idea, Dan.
So
they're just trying to just get the stakes similar to the first movie.
So what are the stakes of the what have we set up as the stakes of the movie?
The exact same stakes as the first movie.
Which is what? What was in the first
movie?
Money.
He needs money.
So he needs
to pay
money
for something.
What did
for his family.
What do you need to pay for in the first movie?
So the house that he loses, that's how the first movie starts, is his grandma's losing that house. And so she hasn't paid back taxes in 30, 40 years or something. She owes like $179,000, something like that in back taxes.
Okay. So what is that? it's money, right? Is that what that is? That money?
That is correct. Yeah.
So the whole movie is predicated on I need to make money.
But you can't change that. That's what the first one's on. It's okay that that's not a good premise for a movie. We all know that, but you can't change the premise. That's the first one. They're doing the exact same thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. And it's for someone that he loves, his daughter. And we get a great joke out of it.
What was the great joke?
When she says the school of Paris Ballet, and he's like, well, where's that? Is that around here? That's a great joke. Laughed very hard at it.
Gets me every time.
Reminds me of something. It's great. It's a very dad joke. Classic.
John Daly lives in the garage, but they refer to him as Uncle John Daly. If you were smart, you wouldn't have ever put that uncle in there.
No, super weird. If you start thinking about that too much, it gets weird. It gets real weird real quick.
I understand why you call him Uncle John Daly, because that's what you do when you have somebody that's around a lot.
A house guest.
And I get that, but there were so many more better jokes you could have made about John Daly's living in the garage.
Living in the garage, yeah. No, it shouldn't. It's weird. It's never commented on in the movie. Really, I don't know. It's weird.
And I kind of like that, but I also, we kind of were doing some stuff with him that at a certain point, all he does is squirt hand sanitizer as his alcohol, and they do it like 5 times, and you're like, okay, you've taken your good character and you've just thrown it in the trash. Okay,
no, because then you get a great Buscemi bit where he takes out the mouthwash. Great stuff. Very funny.
Then Buscemi's the neighbor across the street, and yeah,
I don't know about that one. That's just,
really?
Again, great joke later on, but I think they just wanted Buscemi in the movie,
Yeah. Then he has a dream about his dead mom.
Wait, hold on. You missed the best joke of the movie, Dan.
Did I?
John Daly. What's John Daly watching on TV?
Like Love Island or something stupid?
Yeah, Love Island. Come on. That was the best part of the movie for me.
How is that?
I loved it.
Okay, you're going to explain that joke to me, that he's watching Love Island. How is that a joke?
That's not a joke. That's what everybody should be doing. That's what I'll tell you right now.
So,
everybody should be watching Love Island.
You just said it was the best joke in the movie.
Because
nobody the best joke in the movie.
History of movies has ever mentioned Love Island in a movie. And it's just great that he's watching, because he's what, 60? Maybe more. I don't know how old he is, but he's an old guy.
He's too old to watch Love Island? I don't understand.
It's a bunch of 20-somethings running around having sex with each other on an island, Dan. It's weird that I watch it, but I do.
What are you talking about?
That's why it's funny. That's what the show's about.
You think the demographics of the people that watch Love Island is just like young people?
Oh, yeah. No, they're very, what's that? What's the word where where the fans guard it? What's that called?
Fan guardianship?
Sure. Yeah, there's like a word for it, but they're very they are very mean to anyone outside of like their 20s that watches the show.
What are you talking about?
The fan base. Dan, you're not in the zeitgeist of Love Island, which you should be.
The fans stop older people from watching Love Island?
Yes, and they ridicule people, and they're basically like, you can't watch a show, you're too old, you don't get it. Yeah, no, it's a whole thing, man. It's
why did they do a joke about that in this movie?
Fan base is rabid.
They should have done a joke about that. That might have been funny.
But you wouldn't have liked it because you wouldn't have got it because you're not on the inside, Dan. You can't have it both ways. You can't be mad if there's inside jokes and then mad if there's not inside jokes.
Okay, we just passed the best joke in the movie. That's good to know.
I laughed so hard.
Best joke in the movie. Best joke.
Well, it's the second. I lied. It's the second best joke. Scotty Scheffler has the best joke in the movie.
In the second half of the movie, he has pretty much the only jokes.
All of the jokes? I know.
Pretty much has all the jokes.
It's actually pretty remarkable. And he can do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was surprised about.
What are we having for dinner? It's good joke.
Figures. That's my favorite. Spoiler alert, that's my favorite joke of the movie. And it's in the credits. Yes.
And that's good. That's what I have to say about this movie is, unless you're invested in it and you're like seeing all the great parallels and all that, it's not funny.
I believe that 100%.
He has a dream about the dead mom. She's like hot, holding beers, and watering, but then he's like
from the first one.
Then that happened in the first one. Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's his. So he goes to his happy place.
I don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No one cares. No one cares.
You're wrong. You're wrong. People care.
I'll assume anything they show is just from the first movie.
You should assume that. Yeah, you should absolutely assume that.
I mean, it's fine. And so then, like, a more mature version of her walks up and says, "You got to get your life together. You're not a hockey player. You're a golfer." And there it is. Okay. So
there it is.
He goes, digs out some clubs because his dead wife's ghost told him to get to work. He practices in the backyard. John Daly is watching. I wrote start at the bottom. I don't know what that means. He goes to the local club, and we get to meet some comedy legends in Margaret Qualley, Eric Andre, and one of the Lonely Island guys.
Yeah.
You weren't listening to what I said. It's one of the Please Don't Destroy guys. It's not one of the Lonely Island guys. Those are...
I was not actually paying attention. That's a funny joke. Yeah. That's a good bit. I'm sorry I missed it. I'm just too worried about how much I hate
the non-jokes that happen in this movie. So talk about how funny this whole scene is, where Margaret Qualley just dances and Eric Andre just dances, and then the old Lonely Island guy or the Just Please Don't Destroy guy is really funny. Did you notice any of the other...
only joke?
Oh, I'm sure he does, because I think they're all in this movie. I know at least two of them are. Yeah, the other two are...
I don't think is the redhead in this movie?
Yeah, for sure. He I saw.
Oh, okay.
In where they're playing golf and there's guys that have something written on them and they turn around.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
The red hair guy's in there, and I think
was in one of those.
I think the short guy's in there too.
I gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I missed that, but he has the only joke in this whole montage scene, which is after what's her name, Margaret Qualley golfs, and then they dance, and her and Andre have like a handshake type dance thing, and he just goes, I wish I was involved in that. Just moves on. That was very funny. Yeah. But I don't
find this movie funny.
I don't understand. I don't understand how she's a thing, Dan. This is concerning me.
She was in the source.
Oh no, I know.
Substance.
And she's going to be in that stupid movie that we're going to watch later, right? What is that? Honey Don't or whatever.
I saw a thing where it was like a grid of like, all the movies coming up. Which are you most excited about?
And everyone is that one.
Not everyone, but I mean, like if people are picking 2 and 3, they're almost always picking that one. And I was like, well, man, I don't believe you people all saw the first one, but maybe maybe they ironed it out. Maybe they're going to iron it out.
Well, we're going to find out when it comes out, because we're definitely watching it, Dan.
Now, do you hate Aubrey Plaza?
Do I hate her? I don't know if I hate her.
Have you ever liked her in anything?
No, I have not. But I don't hate her. I don't actively hate her.
My point is you've never enjoyed her in anything.
Correct. Yes,
I mean, that is correct. I'm sure you enjoyed her back in Parks and Rec.
Nope, don't like that show.
Oh, wow.
Other than Ron. Yeah, Ron Swanson is a legend, but other than that, I don't find that show very funny.
It's all right. We do a whole thing. He breaks a Coke machine. Actually, when he did he throw his club and it broke the Coke machine? I almost found that funny. That was like very close to being funny.
Yeah, no. So I thought we were just talking about those 3. Here's why I love this scene, Dan. So there's a you're just gonna hate me so much. There's a scene in the original where he's on tour and he's cursing at all of his bad shots, and they bleep him out. So they keep bleeping all of his cursing, and it's like a montage that it doesn't really matter. But this is a callback to that scene where they, instead of bleeping him out on TV, they're cutting it before he does the cursing. Very funny. Great callback. But the physical comedy of the first swing he does, where he just eats shit on his face, that got me laughing pretty hard. Okay. Obviously not Adam Sandler, but I love a good bit of physical comedy. And there's a couple, even when he falls backwards into the sand trap, also very funny.
Those are kind of funny. He calls on the ghost of Carl Lewis or something
Carl Weathers?
Carl Weathers, maybe. Yeah, not Carl Weathers.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Calls on some ghost, and then he becomes good at golf again. Okay.
Because that was who taught him how to play golf in the original, who he ended up killing.
Oh. Yeah. So he just comes in and but he crashes the cart and gets arrested. And then
that was pretty funny too. You didn't think that was funny?
That was kind of funny. I mean,
he's just passed out because he's drunk. Passed out, and then they crashed in the other one. I thought it was great.
Arrested, and then so he's going to have to go to a radical alcohol treatment. You're going to have to explain this part to me because there going to be a lot of callbacks to mystery things. So now we meet Shooter McGavin, who's his enemy, who's been locked up. And then he's still angry at Happy Gilmore. Okay. So he's going to be maybe a villain or something. Adam's...
He's great, by the way. I love him so much. He's
the one person who is trying his best to elevate this into being a real movie. He tries very hard.
He would never not give 110%.
Yep.
You know?
Adam Sandler giving about 40. He's giving 110. You're like, well, if someone wrote a good movie, we might have a good movie. We go to the AA meeting. His other daughter plays this person. And I guess that the daughter sacrificed having a bigger role in this movie and has just chosen to be in this role in the movie. And then also has all these, they spent $9 on the fake tattoo budget. And it is so frightfully embarrassing. And you're just like, I imagine he's paying each of his daughters $2 million to be in this movie or more.
It's definitely good, right?
Will I say that they're terrible? No. Were they terrible, Tony?
Yes, they were terrible.
They were terrible.
Say it. I'll say it right now. I have no shame. Adam knows that too. It's fine.
He knows that his daughters are terrible.
He has to. He's not an idiot. You know what I mean? Like he's on set. He's seen the movie. He has to know that they're not good. Don't you think? But I will say the other daughter is great at ballet because that's I believe that's really her doing the moves.
Yeah, I think so.
And
looks like
very talented.
She can do some light moves
for sure. Yeah, that's great. Can't act.
Okay,
but at the same time,
I do not believe he thinks that they're terrible actresses. I
really don't think so. You don't. Listen, you're probably right.
He loves Okay, let me
love. Yeah, the rose-colored glasses and all. Tinted.
If you were like, Dan, we're going to do the close-up on your face. You are going to be shiny and disgusting looking, and you're going to have the most hideous blue eyeshadow on. And then we do that, and then you're like, you're great. You look good. Very attractive. Women are going to come on to you because of that. I would be like, Tony, you're full of shit because I look like a bag of garbage. He does not think his wife looks like a bag of garbage when he does a close-up on her face. He probably also thinks that his daughters are maybe he does such a shitty job at his movies so that they don't feel bad about what a shitty job they're doing at his movie.
Okay, but we can all agree that Adam's 40% is 200% better than what they're doing, right? I mean, if we're just doing mathematics here.
Well,
honestly, you're probably right. I would hope that you and I at least would have the wherewithal, even if we loved somebody, to be able to look at it slightly objectively and be like, well, you're not talented. You know?
I'm a terrible person. And
we're both terrible people, Dan.
Terrible people. That's why we'll never make it in Hollywood. It's because you have to say to your daughter, you were great, and then you have to somehow believe it.
Not only do you have to believe, but you have to convince other people, apparently.
No, he doesn't have to convince anyone that they were great.
That's true. He's Adam Sandler. We would have to convince other people, but that would be very difficult.
Yeah. I mean...
I don't know, man. You're probably right.
No, he thinks they're very talented. And he made them a movie, right? The one girl had this is your great big, happy big bat mitzvah, and we will never do that movie. We're not allowed to do that movie.
I don't even know if I want to.
No,
maybe I do now because you're so against it.
No, that's a movie.
You know how like when your parents tell you not to do something and you immediately want to do it real badly? That's what's happening now, Dan. That's what we're doing next week, everybody. Something about a bat mitzvah.
We are two white guys who should not be doing any. There's a lot of neighborhoods we do not drive our car into because.
Because I can't drive.
There it is. Tony can't drive. Okay, let's talk about this AA meeting.
Real quickly though. So in my mind, the way I'm going to choose to believe it is that he loves them so much and just wants to spend time with them.
Yes.
So he lets them be in the movie, even though he knows they're really bad because he loves them so much. And then it makes me love him more. And then we're all happy and I forgive them for being bad. And that's how I'm going to choose to believe it.
Shanna's other big problem with him is that he dresses like trash at like big events.
100%. Yeah. Because he doesn't give a fuck. He just is himself. He's like, if I didn't care and I wore what I'm wearing right now would be what I wear to red carpets, I respect it. You know what I mean? Like you get to a point where just like, good for you, dude. Who gives a shit? Who cares about the dog and pony show? Just go have fun, be yourself.
See, that's the thing. I think it's interesting is you think that he's this guy who's figured it all out and who's like loving his life and like just makes these movies. Is like, I don't care. I think it's the opposite. I think he cares so much that he has to act like he doesn't care. Because he's so afraid of getting hurt. And then when everyone shits on his movie and it's got 69%, he's just like, yeah, I already knew that and I didn't care. So yeah, there it is. I'm not caring. I don't care. I think it's all a front. I don't buy any of it.
Could be.
I don't buy any of it.
I don't know. I don't know him personally. It could be, I'd say it's a 50-50 shot. You know what I mean? I believe either one.
I think he is so horrendously wounded that he will not commit to his art. He'll commit to somebody else's art because he knows how important it is, but he won't commit to his own art.
I don't know. This movie's pretty spot on. Feels pretty committed to the original.
Okay, the AA meeting. Here comes Ben Stiller wearing a great makeup. See, that's the thing. That's why I don't like. You have the worst tattoos on your daughter. And Ben Stiller's makeup is literally a 10 out of 10.
What if those are real tattoos,
no,
Danny? You're just making fun of them.
I watched a video about it. She gave up the bigger part, and she had to go through putting on these tattoos.
What was the other part?
Oh, that she's she's the second. The other daughter is the primary part of the movie.
So she was supposed to be that one. Okay, I
don't know that she was supposed to be that one, but the one daughter got the large part.
The better part.
And so this was the secondary part.
Not to be rude, but it's because she's talented. She can do the dance thing, which is what they decided to write the movie around. So sorry, older sister that isn't talented. Adam's going to come for me. He's going to show up at my house, and then I'll be like, you know what, Dan, you were right. He does care, and then he's going to murder me.
At least M. Night Shyamalan's daughter could pull off all that singing in that movie.
I mean, was she a pop star? No, but like it didn't detract from the movie for me. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, it's fine. I get it.
But you see, I look at Adam Sandler's daughter and I'm like, I said this to Shannon. I'm like, you shouldn't be paying the $300,000 because she's probably going to wash out after a year. Because ballet is like at best very serious. You got to be on top of the top.
Very tough stuff. Yeah. And it's cut. I mean, they cut throat. Oof.
So Ben Stiller's the therapist, and it's called "Stop Being an Alkie" or something. And then he makes.
You didn't think that line was funny? We don't say alcoholics here. We say alkie.
Well, we wrote that on the board, so I already knew that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Why did we write that on the board? If that's the surprise.
If that's the joke.
Yeah,
you're right. No, you're right about that.
I'd have been standing there. I'd been like, you got to get rid of the board. Lose the board.
Yeah. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
But they seem to think their audience is stupid. Let's keep that in mind.
Oh, well, you did like this movie.
I love this movie.
And then the whole bit is that they have to wash his car. Okay.
Yeah, so this is one of those callbacks
you're going to have to work really hard to make this one work, Tony.
A lot of the callbacks, I feel like, work very naturally. And this one's a little thin, but it is correct. So Hal H plays the nurse at the retirement home that Adam's grandma has to move into when they lose the house. And he is abusive, and he makes the old women do chores, basically. So he makes them knit sweaters that he can then sell. And then he makes them do landscaping duty. Like he makes them basically do labor around the grounds instead of just, having a fun time. And he screams and is very abusive. So like the joke is like he still does that, but just in a different venue.
If I was working on this movie and gave notes on this movie, I would say, well, why don't we do a thing at the end where he invokes this thing and it causes a problem? But instead, we don't do any of that.
Nah.
He just sits on a couch and watches this happen. Like, okay, well, that seems like a thing. Yep. Okay. Oh, we're getting to my joke.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Then we do a whole thing about Maxie, and we see all these influencers talking about it, which I believe none of them were funny and none of them were of interest. We're now at the 28-minute mark.
No, there's one. Okay. I don't know who she is, the blonde girl, but she gets to ask, why is golf so boring or something like that? And that's a funny joke because that's what people that don't like golf are always like, golf is so boring. So just having someone ask that out is a great little joke for me. I laughed.
Yeah. 28-minute mark. They're in the living room. Adam's character's at the laptop at the desk. John Daly's on the couch. And John Daly says, what you doing on that computer?
The computer. Yeah, that is very funny.
Computer. This was when the movie peaked for me. The daughter.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. He said computer. The daughter is now pouring out alcohol, and so she pours it out of a bunch of funny things. And then then John Daly, she's trying to pour it out of the hand sanitizer, and then he tries to drink it, and it's terrible because it's just hand sanitizer. But then for the rest of the movie, he keeps squirting it into his mouth, and that is a running joke.
It's a good running bit. It's very funny. Here's what, Dan, this is the only time that I will tell you that I slightly agree with you that Adam's not giving 100%. The reverse, after he squirts the hand sanitizer, and John Daly goes, this is hand sanitizer. It cuts to Adam and he goes, gotcha. But there's no emotion to it whatsoever. There's nothing to the gotcha. Now, if we were doing this for real, Dan, that would have had a lot more oomph to it. And this is just a very small character moment, but Happy Gilmore, the character, would have put more on that.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Okay.
It's as close as I'm going to get to a criticism today, Dan.
So he's starting to, now we're doing some montages of him getting ready. He chases an RC car. There's a super hot girl. We're like, wow, there's a super hot girl. Where doesn't he have a family member he can get to play that part that's not hot? And he just, over a few minutes, he's chasing an RC car because I'm sure he chased an RC car in the first one and got good at golf because of that.
Nope, not at all. This is just like a weird bit that they decided to. I like the second one of it. No. I like this when he almost attacks his own son. That's what I like. The bit when he can't catch it, so then he starts chasing the son instead. Except for they cut too soon. So the original Happy Gilmore is all about like physical abuse, just genuinely like there's a lot of fighting in it. And they cut away before a lot of the fighting in this one.
He gets busted at rehab for having a book on golf and has to paint the house. There's some ballet, and then we do a whole John Lovitz thing where John Lovitz is golfing and Happy hits the ball, and then John Lovitz says some stuff, and then John Lovitz falls down. It was kind of funny. John Lovitz is funny.
When he's hanging upside down and he's like, damn you, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
funny.
He's funny.
It's great.
He says goodbye to his stupid sons. He goes to the golf building. And now we meet all the old golf guys. We got Jack Nicklaus in there. We got Chichi Rodriguez. See, I know some golfers.
No, I love that. I love that. All the old people. Makes sense.
He has dinner with the golf guys. And then we intercut that. That was like the one they let Shooter out. And then as he's leaving, he does like this little Joker bit on the stairs.
Yeah, no, like a frame for frame, like remake of Joker coming down. Yeah, great stuff.
I was like, okay, that's a good bit. Yeah. And then we have, who's the football player that's running
Jesus
the thing.
Christ, Dan. It's Travis Kelce. He's
Oh,
one of the
Travis
most famous
Kelce.
football. He's dating Taylor Swift, Dan.
I knew he was a football player. I knew his name.
I know.
I didn't write it down. So we do all these weird bits with one guy wanting blueberry something, and then Travis is like being weird, and then there's like this Hispanic guy, and then he gets fired, and then you automatically know that he's going to become the caddy.
So
I didn't understand any of that.
Okay, so first of all, you don't know Bad Bunny. Is that what you're telling me?
I figured that out at the end that must have been Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
he was very funny in the Saturday Night Live sketch where he played.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Where they play the Latino mother? It's what's his name playing the Latino mother? Those sketches, very, very funny. But I mean,
he's good in this movie.
He's good. He doesn't do anything.
Oh, come on. Do you want breadsticks? Great. That's a great bit that I could have used that 10 more times in the movie. Very funny.
Anybody has to say anything, and you're just like, that's being funny.
If you say something funny, yeah. Do you want breadsticks? Because it's just a stupid improv character that, like, okay, well, you're a waiter, but now you're doing this, and so he does waiter things in the new job. That's a very basic character right there.
There it is. So basically, he's going to get back into golf. He can finish in the top 5. He can make all the money he needs. The guy, okay, now we do this whole, so we're at the golf thing. The guy he choked is now a golfer. And then we do his first thing, he gets a hole-in-one because he's so good at golf now.
Well, he used to be very good at golf too, Dan, if that helps you.
Oh, so now he's very good. He gets hole-in-one.
Yeah, he's back to his old self.
And then we have a montage of stuff, and at one point he hits a snake into the blonde kid's hair.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of interesting.
It's very funny.
More hole-in-ones. His kids call. He wins day 3. There's only 18 more holes to go. He's now going to work with number 2, who's Billy, who's played by Haley Joel Osment. Right? Is that who it is? Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah, that's him.
Can't really act or comedically act.
You know what's interesting? Because I agree with you on this. But he keeps getting roles that would suggest the opposite.
That he can act or he can comedic act? Which one? Both? Either?
The second one. Comedic. Because I think he can act. I think. Okay. I haven't seen him do it in a long time. I don't know. Right? But like he does keep getting like little comedic roles. And I don't see it. But, somebody clearly does.
So you who liked this movie did not think he was funny in this movie.
That is correct. Okay. Yeah. I do. He has one bit that made me laugh, which we can talk about when we get to it, but I'll probably forget.
Yeah. So we're going into day 4. He goes back to, they're letting, Shooter's out. So Shooter's off with the Maxi guy and he's eating pancakes. I don't know if I did this I don't know if I wrote this whole down, but we do the whole Shooter thing. This was probably the funniest part in the movie.
It's great.
Shooter's like doesn't want to be interrupted from eating his pancakes, and then
got a nice stack of pancakes.
And he does that thing. We do the whole thing because the bad guy lays out the thing where it's like this one guy was a great golfer and he died, and then we looked at his bones, and then we saw that he had this
shoe up his ass.
So that's the thing. He dies from getting a shoe up his ass, but then they find out that he has this congenital problem with his ligaments or whatever, and so then the dude's explaining how we do the ligaments, but Shooter just keeps going back to the shoe.
But the shoe in the ass, it's great. It's very funny.
Okay, there's a question. Okay, we're gonna ask Tony that question.
Yeah, talk to me.
We have the dude who's playing Shooter, and then we have Adam Sandler. Who's a better comedic actor?
Oh, Shooter. But to be fair, I also feel like that in the first one, and I think I'd be in the minority there, probably.
So Adam couldn't even do it back in his first movie?
I mean, he can do it. I just don't think that – I think he has a very specific comedic voice, if that makes sense.
Who, Sandler?
Yeah, Sandler.
Oh, okay. But you see, that's the thing is, I don't even see that voice. You know, he doesn't feel like an angry guy. He doesn't feel like a drunk guy. It feels like I'm watching Adam Sandler the entire movie.
Yeah, I get that. Other than at the golf course when he's screaming, that's the only time he does a Happy Gilmore bit.
Yeah, I mean, a couple times he drifts into the character, and I was like, oh, look, there's a character. And he's immediately, literally within seconds. Like, you know, that very first time with the Margaret Qualley, that thing, you're like, you can see him for a second, then he just disappears. He's just like, it's gone.
Well, because now he's not angry Happy Gilmore. He's sad Happy Gilmore, you see.
Oh, that's almost like a thing you could do. He'd have to find that
I think
angle.
some people would argue that they did it. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I mean, I can't stress enough how great I think Shooter is.
Yeah,
he's both movies. He's just so in everything. Honestly, in everything he does, right? Like I think he's a genius. You know, I'll just say that. Like McDonald is always fire, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it was an interesting character, and I think it could have actually would be great in a good movie.
Well, then you should watch Happy Gilmore 1 because that is a great movie and he is great in it.
He killed it for me. They killed it for me already. So he starts having problems because he's thinking, because it's Mother's Day, and so he has problems. He goes back to the drink, and he comes in sixth. But Billy, who comes in first, quits to go play in the maxi because this was all like a trick.
He's one of the bad guys.
I'm one of the bad players. Okay, now we're to the scene where Shooter goes to Happy Gilmore's wife's grave, and then Happy Gilmore shows up there, and then they fight, and then they apologize.
Yeah, like men.
It was
this is a great scene, Dan.
It's a great idea for a scene. That's all I'm going to say. We're not even going to argue about this because you think it's great.
We don't have to argue, but here's what I'm going to tell you, Dan. Here are the things that you missed from this scene, right? It honors not everyone, but a bunch of people that have passed away from the last movie, right? The part where Sandler's on top of Shooter.
See, that doesn't matter. See, Tony, what you're just
no, it's going to matter.
You're just saying all these callbacks make it great, and that's fine. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying you don't find it funny. I'm saying there's no emotional resonance.
But that's where I'm disagreeing with you.
Because Sandler doesn't get emotional.
No, but we are supposed to get. He's not emotional in this scene. They are old rivals / friends, right? But this is an homage to our fallen heroes from the past. So the Bob Barker bit. When they're laying next to Bob's grave, right? For example, they do a little fight scene. There's a choke and his eyes go bit like it's frame for frame the same fight he had with Bob Barker 30 years ago. And that's emotional.
Yeah, but for something to be emotional, the characters have to experience. The actors have to.
I don't know if I agree because the scene itself isn't emotional, right? Like what's happening isn't emotional.
It has to be.
No, it's not.
These two characters that want to kill each other have to not want to kill each other and have to understand each other.
Yeah, they do. They're old men. This is like the most basic. This is exactly what would happen if two 60-year-old men decided to fight. It lasts 18 seconds, and then they're like, "Okay, well, that was fun. Should we just move on with our lives now?" That's just real. That's just what happens.
You know, I understand what the scene is supposed to be about.
Just saying,
they just don't go. They just like, okay. They hire a lawyer. It's the IRS guy from the first movie, which should make us all laugh. And it turns out that he won $486,000, but the tour fined him $500,000. Yeah. Wow, money. That was very funny. Then he has to stop drinking. The daughter's like, "You need to stop drinking again." He's like, "Okay, now I'm really stopping drinking.
All right, this time I'll do it." Yeah.
He goes to see
not how a drinking problem works, by the way.
goes to see a caddy, and the caddy's son is there in a miniature golf course, and he's got this robot arm and plaster hand, which I was like, once again, we've set up something that's could be incredibly funny, and all we get out of it is one gorilla glue joke.
So all of that, again, Dan, is a callback to First. It's a Chubbs, Carl Weathers, his teacher in the first movie. His hand got bit off by an alligator, so he has a wooden hand. So they gave his son a wooden hand, which is very funny. And also they accentuate the length of the wooden hand. So it's silly in the first movie because you can clearly see that Carl Weathers is just holding a wooden hand in his actual hand because it's longer, So then in this movie, it's like a foot longer than his other arm, which is wonderful. They do the gator bit, and he's like, no, vending machine. Had to get up there. That's very funny. And then the gorilla glue is just a callback to his dad because he spends half the movie trying to glue his hand back together. Now, I don't know who this guy is. I didn't find him all that entertaining.
He's a stand-up. I think he's a stand-up.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, no, I loved it. And it just the physical nature. And then later they have him like pointing at people with the wooden hand. Very funny.
Shooter gives him a pep talk, which is really just showing videos of the 5 players sucking. It's funny. Like, okay.
It is funny. It's funny because they're game for it. Like I have so much respect for these golfers that are like, yeah, you can make fun of me. Yeah. It's fine. I love that.
I'm sure they've had to live with it. Now we're going to get to Tony's favorite part of the movie. The super racist part.
Uh-oh.
We do the whole thing where the white golfers are paying a Mexican or Latin American guy to run across the field, and they hit him with golf balls. Then after that,
very inappropriate.
The Latin guy takes $100, and Happy Gilmore gets to punch him in the face.
Yeah. And the only reason that it's funny is the guy, when he's like, he said you're not going to hit him. And they're like, why not? And he just goes, I'm shifty. That's a very funny line. That's it.
Okay.
That's the only funny part of that scene. But him saying I'm shifty, it made me giggle. So here's the biggest problem with that, Dan.
Tell me about the most racist scene in the movie and how. Tell me what the problem with that is.
On the surface level, I agree with you, but it goes even deeper, Dan. That's what I'm telling you.
It's even more racist than I thought.
It is. This movie's racist, but it's also classist. So the entire first movie, the entire thing is all about class structure and him being like a lower class citizen in this golf league. And that's why everybody hates him. So for then in the sequel to have him basically do the same thing is a betrayal. It's a betrayal of the character.
And how does he suffer for that?
He gets to punch him in the face. Does that
hold on. Wait, what you're saying is the Happy Gilmore character has now betrayed his true status, which is being against what he's now fighting for the institutional racism of the golf hierarchy. And how does he get punished for that? Which is what should happen.
No, he doesn't. That's what I was making a joke that his punishment is getting to punch the guy in the face because that's not a punishment. So that is like my second biggest problem with the movie.
Oh, I get it. Scene. So that basically what you're saying is Adam Sandler has become supposedly what he hated. And he's completely fine with it. I watched a really interesting thing. Yeah. Like I told you, I watched the thing about having the daughters, and then they did a whole big thing about him having the private chef and how the private chef worked out of the second kitchen of his house. See, that's the thing.
Interesting.
You get to this certain point with these people, and I think Adam Sandler is one of those, where he's like, I don't give a fuck about anything except having all the money in the world and using it in all the ways that I mean, he probably does a lot of good things with his money too. I'm not saying he doesn't do good things with his money, of course. But he's a person who's going to enjoy all of his money. It's like he had Halsey come and be, at his daughter's bat mitzvah. And at a certain point, you write a movie like this where you have become that person.
You've become everything you hated.
You say, no, look, my character's driving in a beat up car. But he's paying a guy $100 to punch him in the face when he has no money, and money is his entire motivation for existing.
100%. Now, here's what I will say is I do think this is the only time they do that in the movie.
I mean,
which is why I don't.
That's the only time it's truly apparent. Yes.
Sure. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Because they do the same bit where he takes, the underdog and lets him be the caddy. And the first one, it's a homeless guy that was washing his windshield at the beginning and then gets pulled off by the police. And he's like, no, he's just trying to make a buck. And then he lets him be his caddy. Because he's the man of the people.
But I think I think if you want to go deeper into that, they don't even show him hiring the caddy.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
It's almost like you'd have had to say something to the caddy about what's going on.
Well, I mean,
you'd have to take some
what's interesting is
for being
you knew. I mean, I knew. Right. As soon as that altercation happened in the restaurant and then he came over and was like, hey, man, you didn't have to really talk to that guy like that or whatever he said. I was like, oh, well, that's the new caddy. Which I'm not saying that makes it good. I'm just saying you understand what they're going for. But in this scene, it feels like that could have been the movie to me is he's become everything he hated and he has to get back to the grounded, lovable guy he once was. I don't know.
It's almost like you could have put that in the movie.
You could have put it in the movie, but you didn't. And that's all right.
Okay. So the Maxi guy makes one more pitch to try and get Happy Gilmore, but Happy Gilmore's, no, I'm Mr. Traditional Golf. They're my people. There it is. There's people.
Right. And don't you... doesn't matter.
I mean, they weren't there for him when he was thrown out of league. And
nobody was there for him. He even says that earlier in the grocery store was like, nah, golf's not boring. They're my friends or something like that. And it's like, are they? Because nobody's checking up on you. Nobody's helping you out.
The one time he asked for money from the guy, he's like, oh, that's a lot of money.
Nope. Yep. See you later.
Like a whole room of people that are all millionaires. No one's willing to help, and that's the thing. That's why you don't. That's why you don't make your movie about money, is because then it puts every relationship into question. Like, why people that are multimillionaires
and are quite friendly with them.
That seem like they're your friends. Yeah. They're not your friends because he doesn't have any friends because he's not.
That's true.
A character.
Well, he kills all of his friends.
He has John Daly.
Everyone that gets close to him dies.
And you know what? It'd almost be interesting if they said that in this movie.
He said it in the first movie, Dan. You don't have to say it twice.
I need to have a 29-year memory. The day of the game.
To be clear, everybody, I watched Happy Gilmore immediately after watching the second one and then rewatched the second one.
Yeah, there you go.
I do not have a 29-year memory. I just want to make that clear.
Yes. Okay, the bad guys are comical. There's a guy named Screech and Flex and Howley and 8-Ball and also Billy. And
then just Billy. Yep. I don't know. It's weird.
Then Billy. Hole 1, you have to shoot it over these trees. Scheffler immediately punches a guy and gets DQ'd.
Yeah, pretty funny.
That's the one thing I'll say.
And then arrested.
He gets arrested. His punch looks like a real punch. He throws a good fake punch. Yeah, I think
he just swung at the guy. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think he just took a poke at him. I don't know. This is a great bit. Do you know Scheffler's past? I think it was last year. Got arrested on the way to the People's Championship, won a golf tournament. He got pulled over because he was speeding or something. He got arrested hours before the tournament, and they had to go and get him out of jail. This is a nod to that. And it's very funny because he just goes, "Ugh, not again." Great, very funny. Good for him for being able to laugh at something that was probably pretty traumatic at the time, but it's good.
We do montages. It's crazy golf course. There's fire, windmills, crazy carts. There's shot clock. We do a thing
I don't love this. How do you feel about the Maxi League?
It would have been interesting if it was interesting.
Right? It's just
you could have made it interesting. Any real writer
so
could have made it
too.
interesting.
Yeah,
but they chose not to. They chose to Scheffler's just like out instantly. You're like, wait a second, you got to get him out. I mean, I like the idea of how you get him out.
The joke is good.
The joke is good.
But
the joke is misplaced.
Yes, I agree.
There's this guy in a bucket hat who's Joe O'Flaherty's kid. I don't even know what any of that is.
Do you want me? I don't want to know. I'm not going to explain. Okay. I'm not going to explain it to you. It is from the first one. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
And then his gravestone is in the cemetery as well. He's fine. The jackass guy. All I want to say is Eminem is so funny.
That was Eminem?
That is Eminem, the rapper. And he's so funny in this. When Detroit, what? I mean, I was dying. I thought this was incredible. He's my second favorite cameo of the movie.
Oh.
Behind Scotty Scheffler. I think Scotty Scheffler steals the show.
He was funny.
100%.
He was funny.
He was very funny, and I was impressed. But Eminem, he's game. He's down to play. He does a somersault while holding onto his stupid bucket hat, which is great. 10 out of 10. Very funny cameo.
One of the guys gets injured. They sub in Shooter. I thought that was a good moment.
I wish that he was drinking out of a juice box. I don't know why. I just thought that would be fun. He's like drinking a soda or something with a straw. And I was like, what if that's just a juice box? And it's just kind of, because he's crazy, right? He's from an asylum. Give him a little juice box.
Somebody says, go back to their shanties. I laughed at that joke. I don't know why I did.
Hey, see, you laughed at it. And that's from the first one. That's a callback to when he says it in the first one.
Happy Gilmore said it?
No, Shooter says it.
Shooter said it.
So
yeah,
he's trying to bring out the old Shooter.
See, but that's the thing. He delivered a line from the first movie that didn't depend on you knowing it was in the first movie because it's a funny line.
It is a very funny line.
He chips it in. Now it's just Billy versus Happy Gilmore.
Yep.
Shot clocks are off. I love that you set up. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have shot clocks, and then you're like, yeah, but not on this one.
Not when it matters. Not on the one that it actually matters in. We're gonna turn that off. Yep. What a weird choice.
He imagines the therapy guy is the ball, so he can hit it far. He hits it in a pit. Then we have the tilt-a-hole, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
And we do this whole thing with the tilting hole, and then it's a rotating hole. And then
I love the I caught my own club. That's a great joke.
That was nice. That was a nice joke.
Yeah.
And this part was interesting. And I was like, oh, this is what this whole section should have been about. Should have been some other things like this, and should have been some interesting challenges, but it was not.
It was. So when people call it lazy, right? This is the one time that I agree, because this has very little to do with the first one, and it has very little to do with this movie. And it was just like, let's just throw in some things for silly to be silly's sake. Let's not think too hard about the golf of it all. And this is supposed to be a golf. The first one is a golf movie.
Hold on a second.
So this should have a little bit more golf.
You're saying the Maxi thing, which is supposed to be funny. You were like, you should have left all that out. It should have just been like a golf tournament.
I like the idea of a heightened golf because it's kind of making fun of whatever that new Tiger Woods league is.
Sure.
I can't think of the name of it.
No.
Where it's all like they're in like the dome and it's digital and it's all like rock music. Like it's that times 20, but I don't think they took the time to figure out the league. Like I think I think the league is the right choice to make fun of where golf is going and how people feel about it. But I think you have to figure out the league a little bit. I love the tilta putting.
Oh,
I think that's great.
So you like that?
But the other one's like, you hit it over trees.
Oh,
what the hell is that?
Didn't make any sense.
Who cares? What are you talking about? Hit it over trees. That's dumb. So I would have appreciated a little more thought going into the Maxi League because I love the last bit. I think the tilt putt is very fun.
Yeah. So eventually we do bargaining, and basically the bargain is if you make this shot, even though you wouldn't win and you would just tie, you win instead.
Doesn't make any sense.
Why
Don't
would you do that?
think too hard. No idea. Don't think too hard about it, Dan.
Why would you bargain away what you're doing? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense.
So I'll tell you why you're going to yell at me. In the original one, Shooter buys grandma's house and is basically like, if you win the tournament, you win the house back. So they're just doing the exact same thing, but without any of the setup or anything that makes sense whatsoever. They're just like, hey, remember how we finished it the last time? We're just doing the same thing because fuck it.
But I mean, the truth of the matter is he doesn't win. He ties.
He doesn't win. He ties. Yeah. Nope. 100%. And you don't have to set it up that way because you're making that decision, right? Like he could just win on a crazy putt. Why does that? Because that's what he did last time. You should
probably have your hero win as opposed to
make sense.
Set up a bargain that means the hero can win by tying.
Yeah. Which is not how anything works whatsoever.
He makes the shot. Oscar falls and the shot falls. I liked that. I thought that was nice.
Yeah. It's fun. Yeah.
Everyone celebrates. He goes back to therapy. He's 3 months sober. Hal has to go to jail, but before going to jail, he steals the coin and runs away.
That's a bit from the first one.
He has an emotional scene with his daughter who's playing this goth girl. The daughter is leaving. The boys are going to set up their own singing mime group. And then all the dead people wave goodbye. And he got the car from the one guy in the bargain. And
yeah, that was in the bargain. I don't understand.
I forgot to charge it, so I'm going to walk away from $1 million car when you could just use your cell phone and call someone to come pick it up and charge it. But
so
it's a
what
joke.
Needs to happen, Dan, what needs to happen here is that he hits the car with his golf clubs. So this is a Happy Gilmore moment.
He's got to be angry.
He needs more rage because he does that. I didn't charge it. Damn it! And like that. I think that might be a 10 for Adam Sandler right now. Like that might be as much energy as he can give. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But Happy would have flipped out, right? Like that's just who he is, and that would have been a really nice moment for him to go full Happy Gilmore into the credits. It would have been, but it wasn't.
Too bad.
Yeah, he almost did a really good job.
Maybe he'll make Happy Gilmore 3, and maybe he'll care about that one.
They talked about it. Did you see that?
Who's they?
They talked about it already. The director talked about the possibility of a third one.
Oh.
I think that would be a huge mistake.
Why?
You'd have to go a very different direction. Because this is not, again, as we said, this is not a standalone movie, right? So if you make a third one, what are you doing? Are you doing callbacks to the second and the first, and you're just like compounding it? That's going to get confusing. Or you have to go to a completely different direction, just make a real movie, and I think that would be jarring. I don't know. I just don't think a third one's going to work, but I'll watch it.
It would be jarring if they made a real movie.
You don't think it would? If they made one and then made two, which is just, S and one's D, then I don't know. I don't know how you make a third one based off of this. I don't. But I'm in. I'll watch it.
I'm just writing down. It would be jarring if you made a real movie. It's Adam Sandler's commitment to the art form.
It's to the craft.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there it is. The Bots and Tony giving us a thumbs up.
Everyone I've talked to enjoys it.
Who's everyone you talked to?
Don't love the Maxi League. Just all my friends. All my friends.
So they did like it.
And my brother and his friends. Yeah. Everyone likes it. Nobody likes it like I like it. But everybody likes it. You know what I mean? Nobody's like, well, that movie was dumb. Okay. That's not true. Everybody thinks the movie's dumb, but in a fun way.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? So
there are people that like this movie. Okay, well, that's good.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of people that like it. Yeah, not critics, mind you.
I mean, it does have 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's not saying everybody likes it. That means a lot of people did not like it.
A lot of those people are stupid, Dan. If they've seen the first one. If you haven't seen the first one, I don't even know how that experience would be. Like, I'm just watching you go through it because, again, it relies on the first one. you have to not only have seen the first one, but like have a connection with the first one. You know what I mean? Because it's not just like, oh, hey, I enjoy the first one. And then you're like, okay, but you're just kind of saying the same things for the most part. You have to have a connection with the first one.
See, the thing, my point is, I'm going to make my final point is, at one point, there was like a really tall guy in the first movie. And so they have this other really tall guy who I guess is his kid and his wife or mother or something. I don't even know.
His mom. Yeah. His mom, his dad's wife. Yep.
Did you really need that scene in this movie?
I did. Yeah.
You needed that scene in this movie.
It's very funny. And the fact that he put the nail, like, what a great joke. So the whole thing in the first one is the guy is like, oh, I'm getting the nail out. Happy put the nail in his head on accident, shot him with a nail gun. And he had a nail sticking out of his head, right? For the whole movie. And at the end of the movie, Happy thinks he's going to be mad at him, but he's actually his fan. And he's like, no, I'm getting it out next week. It's good stuff. So then in this movie, they're like, yeah, he missed the nail so much that he put it back in himself. And then he dies because he rolled over on it in his sleep. I mean, it's a very Happy Gilmore joke. And I thought it was very funny. And then I also thought it was funny when he cowers and is like, Mama, don't hit me. And she's like 3 feet tall. Great stuff. Yeah, I thought it was great. I loved it. I'm glad there was, because it brings back all of the characters you love from the first one. It takes the time to include everything you love in the first one and brings it back for you in the second one. I mean, it's fan service to a 20.
Oh my God.
And that's what people pretend they want. And then when they get it, they're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, well, yeah, you didn't want a real movie. You wanted fan service.
That's true.
You got to pick one.
I turned The Mandalorian off after one episode. So this is not.
I think I understand.
This is not the movie for me.
This is not. Dan's not a fan service kind of guy.
I'm not. I just think people should make movies.
And I get it. I think normally I feel that way as well, but this just happens to be like one of my big fan things. You know, like Happy Gilmore is my childhood.
There it is.
So then an adult man basically doing a love letter to the thing that I loved growing up and seeing how we're both like the joke when he's going to his new happy place and he's like, I guess I need a happy place that's more age appropriate. And it's him on the shitter on the phone. That's his happy place. Yeah, me too, buddy. Love that. That's the only peace and quiet you get throughout the day. That's the best place to be. It's just good, man. It's good. It's relatable. It's great.
They made the perfect Tony movie.
It's not perfect. You heard that. It's not perfect.
No. It's a perfect Tony movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's a perfect Tony movie.
All right, but I still don't think it. Otherwise, I would give it a 10. This is an 8.5 with nostalgia included.
No, I know. You had to look at his wife's face. I understand that it's not a movie. You know, there's definitely things that you would edit out, like her face. I understand that.
Sure. Yeah, there's probably more. There's probably more things.
Oh man, Tony, you're an embarrassment to everyone.
He just seems like a good guy, you know, real sweet guy.
In his ivory tower. Yeah, I'm sure he comes.
I mean, that is the thing, right? Yeah,
I'm sure he has lots of friends that have nothing to do with his ivory tower. Uh-huh. Well, maybe he'll make something that's creative again someday. Maybe. I mean, he made it on Good Jump, so, you know, give him that.
Yeah, and that wasn't that long ago.
No. Hey, we did the Spider movie.
And I think his next one's going to be good, too.
I'd watch the Spider movie over this movie.
I would never do that. Oh, boy. I hated that movie so much.
What's his next movie? He's got something else coming out?
Yeah, I just read about it. Now I can't find it again. He's doing a movie. It's like a drama with somebody I really like.
Tony, can't figure it.
I can't find it. I should have done a little more research. But yeah, so the next one that I read about is like a drama, and I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see. You never know.
So Tony, tell us something else you like this week.
Something else I enjoy this week. We watched. It's on the same type of idea.
Oh, God.
We watched Karate Kid Legends, and it was delightful. It was really fun. The kid that is, the Karate Kid in this movie, unreal. This kid's got some skills, man.
Hi-ya!
And Jackie was like, you should do your own stunts. So he does most of his own stunts, which is incredible. It's great. So, and Jackie Chan's in it.
Jackie Chan? Karate Kid?
LaRusso. What's his name? Why can't I think of his name? I know, whatever. The kid from Karate. Ralph Macchio is in it. They kind of both train. Because Jackie Chan was in the Will Smith's kid version of Karate Kid, which we're going to do at some point for this.
It was really good, you're saying?
I did not. I refuse to see it because I do not care for Jaden.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was delightful. It was very fun. It was a very fun movie.
Now, is that a movie in theaters or is that on some streaming platform?
It was in theaters and now it is on VOD. We bought it.
Oh.
It was on sale for $14.99 though. So.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good deal. What about you, Dan?
I started this movie, The Assessment. It's about the future where if you want to have a kid, you have to have like this assessor person come and live with you for a week.
I would never get a kid.
And you just spend the whole movie wanting to kill the assessor.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'll finish it. I'm going to try to finish it, but it's
okay.
It's very harsh.
But it's hard. It's hard to get through.
It's very harsh. The assessor
Interesting. Where is this?
I think it's on Hulu.
Okay.
I think it was like from 2023 or 2024. It's got Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, and one of my favorites, Hamish Patel.
Oh, okay.
You would know that he's an actor. He's not a failed comedian.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, not everybody can be a failed comedian.
The richest failed comedian / richest person in the world.
Right. Yeah. He's probably doing okay, Dan. I don't know.
I think Adam Sandler's doing okay. I think he could buy our show. He could afford to buy our show and put us out of business for the rest of our lives.
Or support us for the rest of our lives. Either one, Adam. You let us know, bud.
Happy Gilmore 2, greatest movie I've ever seen.
Just keep in mind how glowing my review of Happy Gilmore 2 was. Okay?
I will change my review.
Dan, we have no problem selling out. I'll tell you that right now.
I am so ready to sell out for
dear sponsors, let us know. We'll do anything for cash.
Almost nothing. Do you need a kidney? I'm your guy.
You probably don't want any of my kidneys. They're probably not working so good.
Okay, Tony, find us a movie we can both agree is terrible.
Okay, now, so did you want to still do Babylon AD, or do you want to save that?
I'll maybe do it next. I'll pick that one later.
Okay,
I do want to still do that someday.
Forget about it for now. Put that one out of your mind. Yeah. Vin Diesel, I know we all miss him. Put it out of your mind. We're gonna watch a comedy sequel that actually was dreadful. We're gonna do Zoolander 2.
Oh. Now,
and then you can see the difference, Dan, between a movie that cares about the original and one that doesn't give a shit.
Now, was Will Ferrell in both of them?
I guess I don't remember if Will Ferrell's in Zoolander 2.
No, is he in one?
I don't think so.
Who?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's the bad guy. Yeah, he's the bad guy in Zoolander.
So I've seen.
In Zoolander 1, he's the bad guy.
Okay, so I've seen Zoolander 1. I don't think I've seen Zoolander 2.
Delightful. Great movie. Zoolander 1, very fun.
It's okay. I put it on the okay.
I love Zoolander 1. We used to watch it all the time. But that also just goes to show you where my sense of humor is at.
Yeah.
Very immature.
Yeah. I might watch Zoolander 1 before we watch Zoolander 2.
Okay, you know what? No, you can't. You're not allowed. If you weren't going to watch Happy Gilmore, one of the greatest movies of all time, you're not allowed to watch Zoolander 1 before you watch Zoolander 2. No, you know what? You do it. I won't watch it. How about that? We'll switch the roles.
I don't care what.
Although I'm pretty sure I have Zoolander pretty memorized. So
really?
I don't know if that's going to work.
I think I've seen it once. I didn't see it when it came out, but I think I saw it maybe 5 years later. And I think I was like, I found Ben Stiller kind of annoying. I found what's his name very funny.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson I found very funny, and then Will Ferrell, I thought, was the whole movie. I was just like, he just was.
Makachu, he's wonderful.
He was just
feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Yeah, he's great.
So I'll probably watch some of it at least. Maybe I'll watch 10 minutes of it to see.
Yeah, you want, or I could just quote it a bunch to you next week, and then you can vicariously watch it that way.
Let's not do that again, Tony, where you are explaining.
Okay, I mean, listen, if you want to set rules on the podcast, you can. It's your show.
Well, we're not going to. The show's not as long as the movie because that movie was.
But we're close. We're not too far off.
Much too long.
Agreed.
Yeah, I thought I had a bonus hate in here. That I had to bonus hate something.
Oh, no.
Did you see the Fantastic Four movie?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's on my list.
It's on your list.
Maybe we should do the old ones.
I liked those. I don't want to do I can't do the Roger Corman one. We did the one. We did the one. Well, they did.
Oh, did we?
They did. Yeah, we did the Miles Teller one. We did that one because that's the only way I saw it.
Oh, we did do it. You're right. We did do it. Yeah, that's a bad movie.
I liked bad movie. I loved I really liked the original ones.
Oh, well, of course, Dan, it's got Jessica Alba. Yeah. We all know. You're going to like it no matter what.
She was maybe the most beautiful person on the planet when she was making those movies. She was just like, I thought they were good. I thought they were fun. I don't know why everybody hates those movies so much. They're just
either do I. I love them. I wish I remembered Mr. Fantastic's name, but I love him. He's great. And then Chris Evans, very funny.
Is that Ian McGuffin or whatever his name is?
Yeah. Whatever that guy's name is. Yeah. He did a show where he died over and over. Yeah. Do you remember that? That was a great show. We loved that.
Or something, Millennium or something.
Yeah, something like that. Millennium. Yeah, great stuff. We really liked it.
Or Effortless.
Is it called Forever?
Forever.
I think
maybe it is. Something like that. Yeah, he's a good actor. What's her name? Michael Chiklis is the Thing. It's fine. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, for sure.
The Thing suit wasn't great, but whatever.
I don't think the new one's looking very good either. It's all CGI. It looks weird. I don't know.
It looks okay. I don't like the Spider-Man movies. I never liked any of those Spider-Man movies.
Like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, no.
Spider-Man 2, one of the greatest superhero films of all time?
Never liked them.
Woo! Wow, Dan.
Yeah.
Wow. Sam Raimi. Classic.
Yeah. Army of Darkness, those ones, he was good. He kind of lost it after that. I was watching, Danny Boyle was in the Criterion Closet, and he said, somebody said to him, every director's first movie is really their best movie.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Because that's the one you work the hardest on. You kind of quite possibly have the most control. Look at the Super Trooper guys, right?
Well, their second, again, it was their second movie was Super Troopers. First movie was Puddle Cruiser. Yeah. Very mediocre.
Puddle Cruisers was their best movie.
It wasn't, I promise.
It took me so much power to not say that Club Dread was their second movie. I wanted to say that so badly. Just to piss you off.
Well, it would have worked, Dan.
I know it would have worked.
Sheesh Louise. Would have
driven you insane. Okay, so we'll be back. We're going to talk about, what movie were we doing?
We're doing Zoolander 2.
Oh, Zoolander 2.
We're sticking with the comedy sequels.
Owen Wilson, other guy, and other guy. Ben Stiller back to back. So much Ben Stiller needs to happen.
Yeah, Hal. Forgot about Hal. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's easy to forget about. Yeah, if you like what we do, leave us a comment or subscribe or
nobody's gonna like
thumbs up. Our last episode was slow, but it's picking up some views. We've been getting some views.
What was last week?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It doesn't matter.
Was it Club Dread? It was Club Dread.
Oh, was it Club? Yeah, it was Club Dread. You're right. Because then, you pivoted halfway through the week. I forgot.
That was the one thing I was going to say about the Happy Gilmore 2 is I didn't hate it.
Well, yeah, because it's great.
No,
it's wonderful.
It's not very wonderful, but I didn't hate it. It was just I was indifferent, and that's, I guess, if you don't come into this,
I think that makes
sense.
If
you don't come into the movie having a bunch of emotional investment in the first one, it's easy to be indifferent for this movie.
For sure. Yeah. No, I get that 100%.
And I will say that is the one thing I bring to every Adam Sandler movie is
Indifference?
No, it pisses me off that he does not seem to care about his artwork, his art.
I get that.
Because I know he can do. I know the movie that's in these movies that could be the movie if they spent 5 times as much time and he really had to live in them.
Yeah,
and that's what pisses me off about the movies is the indifference.
I get that, but then just respect Shooter more. Chris McDonald giving you all he's got.
He was great.
Everything he's got, and it's a 10 out of 10.
You see him in a scene, and I guess that's the thing I couldn't live with. Is if I was walking on the set and there was another guy that was doing that, I would be like, "Fuck, I need to."
And
I need to make my shit happen.
I agree. You have to be better. You have to be like, "Oh shit, you're going 110. I'm gonna go 130 because I need to be better than you." Well, I get that 100%.
Yeah.
Adam doesn't.
He does not. As my wife says,
"What it is?" I don't know.
Why is he dressing like trash? There it is. Because he can dress like trash.
Because he can. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants to. He's a bajillionaire.
Oh, wow. Okay, we'll talk about that other movie, Zoolander 2, next time.
Zoolander 2. Yeah, there you go. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, watch him!